Hello, Nitin.
Hi.
Good evening.
Yes,
So,
yes,
okay, share me your screen.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and I'm just requesting for a control. Okay. This is your personal laptop, right?
Official, but nothing happened.
Okay, fine then. Okay. Okay then. So fine.
How do we change this name as console app? Is there no? If any topic related topic, if you are starting, then how can we rename it?
Which one? Which console?
So here, this console app is there. So
Here, huh?
instead, yeah, this cannot be
You can
renamed.
just no. You can rename this. No,
Okay.
just come here. There is no rename. Is there? No.
Yes, yes, yes.
You can rename that.
Okay.
Okay. So once you rename it, so it will ask for a pop-up actually. If you just make sure you rename this.
Okay.
Okay.
You just add some topic related to it. Okay.
Okay.
Abstraction. Okay.
Okay. Abstraction. If you enter this one, okay, then what you have to do is the entire thing. So it is better not to change from here. It is entire solution needs to be changed actually.
Oh.
Abstraction and here also. Better not to do that. Better not to change from here. While renaming itself, you do it at the time of naming convention itself. Better not change now. Cannot be renamed because the solution file with the specific name already exists. Yes. See, now
So
it says like you're not supposed to rename. It's not possible actually. That is what it is.
So you can create a new solution if because you haven't started. You can create new
Okay.
solution
Yeah.
related to
Better.
abstraction. If folder will be there, it would be better for me to
Yeah.
recognize.
Yeah. Okay. Now it is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Abstraction means what? Class. So let's say I will take this employee. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is abstraction? To give you more clarity about this, let's think in this way actually. Okay. So I will define some of the variables. Public
Okay.
int empid. Okay. Public string emp name. Public int salary. Okay. So basically how the salary calculation will happens, like basic pay, HRA, okay, and other things, totally calculated salary. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I'll do is I will write two methods. One is public, okay, read employee details. Okay. So read employee details. So what I'm doing is okay. So enter the MPID. Okay. So now I will store employee ID is a integer now. Okay.
Yeah.
So EMP ID, which is equal to CR. Console dot write or no, there is no shortcut for that. Console dot read line. Okay. Now whatever I read, I need to convert into integer.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Yes.
To int 32. I'm just pausing this and I'm ending this and closing this. Okay. Whatever I enter, so that value will pass to this method to convert to integer. So, and it will store in IP address empid, which is an integer now. Okay. Now again, okay, enter the employee name. Okay. So now, so employee name is direct console dot read line. Okay. Because it is a string data type, you don't have to convert anything. Okay. Console dot write line. Okay. So enter the salary. Okay. Now again, I will just copy this entire line. Okay. This is salary. Okay.
Okay.
So this is common for each and every employee. Okay. The employee ID should be there, employee name should be there, and a salary to an employee will be there, that I will take information. Okay. When it comes to a matter of calculating a salary, public, okay, void calculate salary, what I will do, let's say in any of the organization, there might be minimum two different type of employees. One is permanent employee, another one is contract employee.
Okay.
Okay. Now tell me, permanent employee salary calculation is different from
Yes.
contract employee, right? There will be a slight difference.
Yes.
So salary package in terms of bonus, in terms of additional facilities, some HRA and basic pay, everything is different for there, right? Correct?
Yes.
So now
Yeah.
in this case, I'm not ready to calculate, because on what basis I can calculate this? I don't know whether this employee is a permanent employee or contract employee. I don't know. Right now, I don't have any clear picture on what basis I have to implement this method. Okay. In this situation, what I'll do, I will not write implementation. That means this body is there, no? I will not write this. I'll remove this. So I will terminate it by putting a semicolon here. Okay. So if I terminate this without implementation, it starts giving you error. See, must declare a body because it is not marked as abstract, external, or partial. Whether it is an abstract. So what I will do is I will just declare this as an abstract, because right now I don't have any idea what should be the calculation, what is the functionality of this method. But definitely sure I need to calculate salary. But what is the internal implementation? Till now I don't know the clear picture. What I'll do is I will declare this as abstract. Abstract means what? Just a definition of a method without a body. That is called abstract. Okay. Now, if I am writing this method in a class, that class should also be an abstract. I cannot write any abstract method in a simple plain class. I have to write it in an abstract class. Now what I will do is I will come here, I will declare this as an abstract class. Now you
Okay.
see it your error got removed here. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So
But what is the
this
benefit of writing abstract class?
I'll tell you, I will tell you. Okay. Now, what is abstract class? Abstract class is a class which contains at least one abstract method. At least, that means minimum one
Okay.
abstract method. If any class contains abstract method, that is method with abstract declaration, so that is an abstract class. If any abstract method you have to write, it means that class should be abstract class. If I remove that abstract, it starts giving error here. See,
Oh, okay.
see the abstract, but it contains non-abstract class, so this class should be abstract now. Okay, now this, see,
Hmm.
it went off. Okay,
Yeah.
now, and the next level, you cannot create an object to an abstract class. You cannot create an object. Why I cannot create an object? Because if you create an object, you can access these two. And this method, when you try to access this salary calculation, there is no implementation here. Okay,
Hmm.
I have not written any implementation. So if somebody creates object and try to access this class, what should happen? It will throw an error, right? Exception. So
Okay.
that's why any class which with the method which doesn't contains any body, that means this method is incomplete. So any class which contains incomplete method, so you have to restrict that. So that's why abstract is a keyword. Abstract class is a class where you cannot create an object to this class. Got
Okay.
it? So now what is the option? How to use this?
In class program, we declare employee E is equal to name employee and E dot, we have to access that.
You mean to say like employee?
Employee E is equal to name employee and E dot calculate salary.
No, you cannot write it. This one, right?
Yes,
Employee is equal to
new employee.
new employee. See, it's giving error.
Oh,
Cannot create an instance of an abstract class or an interface. This is an abstract class. You cannot create an object to that. It is not
okay.
allowing you to do that. Why it is not allowing? Because this class contain abstract method. Abstract method means what? The method don't have a body. If any class contains an abstract method, you're not supposed to create an object.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yes.
Then what is the option? We have two options. You can access data members and member function either through object creation, and another one is through inheritance. Now you cannot create an object, correct? Because that is an abstract class. What is the next option then?
Mm, next option.
What is the next option? Through inheritance.
Okay.
You got it? There are two options actually. So if any class is there, data members and member function, you create an object, and using that object dot, you can access data members and member function. And one more option is inherit that class to another class and use it.
Okay.
Okay, two
Yeah.
types. Now in this situation, in this abstract class, you cannot create an object, that is restricted. What is the another option? Only inheritance. Got it?
Okay.
Now we need, what I'll do is I will create one more class now, permanent employee. Permanent. Now I am creating a permanent employee. Okay, now I
Okay.
have created a class. Whenever I inherit this, I will inherit employee now. Okay, see here now, when I try to inherit, it gives an error. Why it is giving an error? It is asking us to write a implementation for that. Implement abstract class. I will just write this. Now I have to write a body for this calculation. What is this? Calculate salary. Where it is from? It is from base class. I have to write a calculation. Now I will write a salary calculation. On what basis? This class is a permanent employee. So now salary is equal to, okay, basic, that is 25,000 plus house rent allowance. 10% of house rent allowance is 2,500.
Okay.
Okay, this is my salary. Okay, console dot write line, I'll print salary. Okay,
Okay.
now what I will do is I will create one more class contract employee. Okay, so this class is a contract employee. Now what I'll do is again I will inherit employee here. Then again here also I am inheriting this class. So what I'll do is I have to implement to the base wherever is. So for this, wherever you inherit this employee, so in that particular class, you have to provide an implementation for abstract method. Clear? Now I will write a body. On what basis I will write? What type of class it is? Contract.
Contract.
Okay, now what I'll do is salary, which is equal to 20,000, okay, plus 2,000, this thing, HRA. Got it? Now, sorry. Now, I'll print salary. Now, got it?
Okay.
Now, this employee is a base class. Okay. Now, employee is a base class. Nobody can use this class to create an object because this is an abstract class which is restricted. Now the people can create object either a permanent employee or contract employee. Okay.
Okay.
Now you see, now what I will do is I will create permanent employee PE, which is equal to new permanent employee. Okay. PE dot read employee details. Okay. PE dot calculate salary.
Okay.
Okay. And at the same way, contract employee CE, which is equal to new contract employee. Okay. CE dot read employee details. CE dot calculate salary. Okay. Now I will run this. Okay. Enter the EMP ID 123. Okay. So what is this? This is first object, permanent employee. Okay. So Nitin. Okay. Enter salary. So salary anyway, it is calculating. So I will just 2. Okay. It is calculating 25,000 plus 2,000 this thing. It is printing 27,500. Okay.
Okay.
Now 4, 5, 6. Okay. Kiran. Here also I will enter 1. 22,000. So this calculation is based on your contract.
Okay.
Okay. This salary is a contract. That salary is a permanent employee. You
Okay.
got it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what is the advantage of abstract class? What exactly the abstract class is now? Okay.
Okay.
So the exact abstract class is now I am dealing with only 2 method here in the abstract class. Okay. First of all, abstract class is a class which can contain both concrete method. Concrete method means basically a method with body. Okay.
Okay.
As well as method without a body.
Abstract class. Okay.
Got it? So abstract class is a class which contains abstract method as well as concrete method. Okay.
Okay.
But at least one abstract method. It should contain one at least abstract method. Okay. So there might not be this thing, but at least compulsory one abstract method should be there. Okay. Concrete method can be optional, or it can contain one, or it can contain many concrete method. Okay.
Okay.
So this is one point. Second point is you cannot create an object to abstract class. The reason is there will be no implementation for one of the method. So that's why you cannot create. That means this class is incomplete. What is a class? Class is a collection of data members and member function. Function means function with body. But here only the abstract of a function. There is no body. So that's why there is no complete method means there is no complete class. This is not a complete class. So that's why you're not able to create an object to abstract class. So if I am not able to
Mhm.
create an abstract create an object to an abstract class, then how can I use the abstract class? The only option is you must inherit. Other than inheritance, you don't have any other option. You have to inherit it. Okay, now I am inheriting. Once I inherit, what should I do? If you inherit, so you have to provide a implementation for this. Okay, now I am inheriting to one class. What is this class? This class is to related to permanent employee. Okay, so if class is related to specific employee, permanent employee, then write a calculation for this based on the permanent employee. So now I am calculating this one. I have one more employee called contract employee. So inherit and calculate it based on the particular contract employee. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So now my organization can create two types of object. So either a permanent employee or a contract employee. But I cannot simply create employee object. Okay. I cannot simply create employee object.
Because
Employee,
employee is abstract class.
it's an abstract class. New. See, I won't get it. See, I cannot create this.
Okay.
See, it is an abstract class. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, what is the advantages of using abstract class? Okay. Now, only I see in an employee things, so I can plan. Okay, employee reading an employee details is common to both the type of employees now. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Mm.
so which one is common? Reading an employee details is a common for either even contract employee or permanent employee. That is common. Okay, let's say I have one more method,
Mm-hmm.
attendance. Attendance is also a common for both the things, right? I can write one more method like this: public void employee attendance. So I will write employee attendance. Employee attendance is also common,
Common for this. Yeah.
common for other things. Only thing which is different is salary. So that
But
is different
salary.
based on the type
Okay.
of
Okay.
employee.
Salary. Okay. Got it.
Salary calculation is based on the type of employee. So that's why I don't have a clear picture here at this level. Okay. When I make sure this
Mm-hmm.
particular type is an employee type, so then I will try to implement it. Got it?
Okay.
And any
Yeah.
changes to this function, these are all common function. You don't have to worry about this. These are all from base. Okay. If you create an object to this, since these two methods are also a part of inheritance, it will allow available in this permanent employee along with the salary calculation. Like inheritance property, you can read,
Okay.
call EMP attendance and as well as salary calculation. All the three methods are available if you create an object to permanent employee. Okay, any common
Mm-hmm.
changes you can make it. So if you had anything extra you want to add it. So that will affects both the classes actually, both permanent as well as contract. Okay,
Okay.
so this is nothing but your code maintainability. So the common method I am putting in my base class. This is a common method. These two are common methods for both permanent and contract employee. Okay, that I am putting in my base class. Base class in the sense what? This is a base class now.
Mm-hmm.
For permanent and contract, this is a base class, right? So whatever you do changes here, it will reflects to your both permanent and contract employee. Correct?
Okay.
So you don't have to do it in two places. Just come and do it in the base class. It will affect your derived class. Okay. The
Okay.
only changes is your salary calculation. This salary calculation is based on your employee type. So that anyway, you are doing it in your implementation. Okay. This is how your abstract class is being utilized.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah,
Okay.
clear.
Okay then. So this is your abstract class. First of all, abstraction means you are abstracting, putting in a one class, you can write an abstract method. Abstract means what? Only the definition. If somebody inherits this class, he should not forget to implement this one because there is an abstract. I'm clearly saying that salary calculation must be, you must do the salary calculation. So some people will think, why should I write an abstract method? I'll directly come and write it here. Okay. I will
Okay.
directly come and write it here like this. I don't want to write override. So I'll write it here, calculate whatever salary. So let's say if somebody don't write it actually. So in this case, I'll just comment out this one completely. Okay. Now you didn't write it. See, after inheritance also, it is not giving any error. Now somebody creates an object to this and see where is salary calculation. For permanent employee, you are calculating salary, but for contract employee, there is no salary calculation. How is it possible? Because
Right.
you are not following the abstract thing. Abstract clearly says that you have to implement. This is a plan. Abstract clearly says that currently you have no idea, but salary calculation, you have to do it. That you do it based on your this thing. Okay. Now what I'll do is override. Now the salary calculation is happening for this. Okay. Defining in a base class, redefining, re-implementing into derived class. Got it?
Hmm.
Okay. Again, here also, see, since there is a base class, you have to provide an implementation. You're not supposed to forget. You have to write it. There is an abstract method. You have to write a calculation. If you don't write a calculation means this contract employee class will not become a complete feature class. That means read employee is there, employee attendance is there, but where is employee calculation? For that function, you have to write it, write the method. So now, once I write the method, it clearly says that yes, now your class is complete. So now I can create object to that. So this also calls a calculation. This also calls a calculate salary, but both the salary works independently. Got it?
Yeah.
So any doubts on this?
No.
No, as of. Okay. So this is your abstract class. Okay. Now let's go to interface now. Okay. What I'll take is I will take new project. Okay.
Interface is actually inheritance, right?
No, interface that I will tell you what it is. Interface mm, session. Okay, I'll just keep it as interface session now. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is interface? You have any idea what is interface?
Is to inherit the property of uh, inherit the property from one class to another.
No, interface is also like a class, but instead of class keyword, we use interface. Interface.
Okay.
Okay,
What will be the advantage
I'll tell you. This is very,
to
very
inherit?
huge advantages there here. Okay. So what I'll do is basic calculator. Okay, this is the name of your interface. So what I'll do is whenever I name, I always starts with capital I. This is a basic calculator. I'll just combine capital I in the starting. So it is not compulsory you have to give a capital I. It's just a development standard. Always whenever I create an interface, it is better to follow putting a capital I and followed by the name of your interface. Okay,
Okay.
so that will complete the name actually. It's a standard. Now, what is interface means? Interface is a unit like class. It contains only the abstract of a method. So in abstract class, you will find like both concrete method as well as abstract method. Correct?
Okay.
Okay, that means a method with body and method without a body in abstract
Okay.
class. But
Yes,
in
yes, yes. Method
interface,
with body method.
everything is without a body. You cannot write any method which contains a body here. Okay,
Okay.
complete interface means complete abstract, but you don't mention like abstract keyword here. Okay, now void add. Okay, void subtract, or you can just mention parameter int a comma int b. Okay, int a comma int b. Okay, so here I have written a two methods. Those are only abstract body. Okay, in this case I am not mentioning a keyword called abstract. I'm not mentioning here. Okay, the
Okay.
one rule. Second rule is I'm not supposed to mention any access specifiers like public. I'm not supposed to mention any access specifier. See here, it started giving the modifier public is not valid for this item. Okay, you're not supposed to mention anything here. You don't mention anything public or private or protected. Don't specify access specifier. Just directly what is the return type, name of the function followed by parameter, and terminate this. Okay, and next one, method, sorry, return type, method, and parameters. Okay, if you want anything return type like integer, mult, okay, int a comma int b. This is how it is. Okay, and interface
Oh,
cannot contains any variables like data members int a comma int b, like this. See, if you take this here, see identifier references. So see like this, if you just take a and b with 32, what is this? See, interface cannot contain instance fields. You're not supposed to contain any fields here, but in abstract class you can contain variables there. Got it?
okay.
Okay, id, name, all those things you can specify there, but here you cannot specify any data members. That means any variables. Interface cannot contain any variables. Okay, now tell me, is it possible to create an object to interface?
Is it possible to create object?
Can
Object,
we create an
object.
object to
So,
interface?
in interface, we can put colon and we can call the existing class. Is it?
No, the thing is, this is also one unit. It contains methods, right?
Okay.
So in order to access this, is it okay if I create an object to this?
Not sure. No idea.
It's not possible because again, if you create an object, is there any body for this method?
No.
No, right? So that's why
How
your
this interface will be accessed by other class if one more class file is
again inheritance only.
okay.
Again, that is also through inheritance. Okay. Now you're not able to create an object to interface. Then what is the other option? Either you have to use it through object creation, or you have to use it through inheritance only.
Okay.
If no, if both you cannot use means there is no point of using interface. It's a dead waste. Okay. So either you have to create an object and use it, or you have to inherit and use it, or you can do both. Both facilities are there. No facilities means it's a dead waste. It's of no use for us. Now what I'll do is, now calculator. I will create a class called calculator. So what I'll do is I will inherit high basic. Okay. Now you see again, like abstract class, here also it gives an error. Okay. You have to provide implementation for all the methods. See, like this. Got it?
Okay.
Like this, you have to provide an implementation. But here multiplication, it is a return type, means you have to write a return A into B. Okay, this is what.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
what I'll do is CW A plus B. So here CW A minus B. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
this is my implementation. Now what I'll do, I will create one more interface. Okay, on top of this, I will create one more interface. Interface I advanced EALC. So what is this advanced calculator contains? It contains void square root. Okay. Now what I can do is I can put a comma here. This is a class, right? This
Okay.
is inheriting one interface. Now put a comma, I advanced calculator. So now this asks for implementation for that square root. Implement it. Now you see, come down. There is a square root implementation. Okay. So CW, I'm just writing square root, just square root method. Okay.
Okay.
Now I will create one more interface. Interface I scientific. Scientific. So in this sin theta. Okay. Into some value. Now I can do this again, comma I scientific calculator. Okay. CW sign of something. I'll just print EA now. Okay. Now you see interface support multiple inheritance. Got it?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
But in case of class, if you go to, you cannot have classes like this. Okay? You cannot have multiple classes like this. You can only have only one class. You can have only one class. Clear?
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
And now, very, very important, very, very important. Basically, what I do is very, very important, this one. So what is CALC? Calculator C, which is equal to new calculator, correct?
Yes.
Okay, this is the calculator class. Okay, this is a calculator class which is of all this implementation. Okay, okay. Now C dot, what I'll do is wait. So what I'll do is C here terminate. C is equal to new thing. I'll just do like this. Okay.
Okay.
Now C dot, you see, add, subtract, multiplication, okay,
Okay.
and square root and sine. All methods are available.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now what I'll do is, this is a base reference. What I'll do is I will simply change this to I basic. Okay, but instantiation is for calculator only, but only reference is base reference.
Basic. Yeah.
Okay, so now you see what are the methods I can access. C dot, only add and multiplication and subtraction. There is no square root, there is no sign.
Mhm. Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
If the base reference is changed to I advance, okay, now you see only square root. No add, multiplication, subtraction, or even sine theta, no. Now if you go to I scientific, okay, now you see only sine is there.
Okay.
What is the use of this? Creating an object to a class using a base reference as an interface. That means whatever the type method type I have declared here, only these methods are getting instantiated. Only memory are getting allocated only for these methods. No other methods are getting allocated. Got it? Clear?
Okay.
Let's say I want to create an
Yes.
object to work in my basic calculator. I don't want my advanced calculator. So in that case, I just create an
Basic
object
one.
as an iBasic. But the class contains all the methods. This CALC contains all the implementation. Correct here.
Yeah.
See, add, multiplication, sign, square root, subtract, everything is there. But the memory allocation will happen only the method which is declared in your iBasic. See, only add, subtract, and multiplication. Only three methods are getting instantiated.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
So this type of object creation is nothing but loosely coupled. Okay?
Yes.
Loosely coupled object creation. Okay?
Okay.
This works very dynamic, and memory management will be very, very, very specific, because I'm not allocating memory to all. I want the reference only basic. I want only basic calculator. Obviously, you have so many functionality in class, so many functions are implemented in your calculator class. But the memory is allocated only for those methods which are very basic functionality. Because I'm using only basic calculator, I don't want extra memory to assign. It's a waste of memory. So unnecessary memory allocation will degrade your application performance. Got it?
Yes.
So that's why by this process, this type of memory allocation. What is this type of memory allocation?
Loosely coupled.
Loosely coupled. What is this? Interface object name followed by new class name. What class name? Interface inherited class name. That means interface inherited class name, CALC. Got it?
Okay.
So now what is this mean? A base reference is pointing to a derived class object. This is also called as polymorphism. Poly means a base reference is pointing to a derived class. This is a base reference. This is a derived class. This is an object. Okay. What is that base reference? iBasic is a base. For this class, this is a base. Okay.
Okay.
Pointing to a derived class. And I am giving one object name C. Okay. That's why C is equal to add, multiplication, and subtract. So again, you can take base reference, another base reference, which is I advance here. Okay. I advance. Okay. See, in I advance, only square root is there.
Okay.
So if you take I scientific, now you can see sine theta. Let's say I will create one more interface. Okay. Okay. Interface ABC. Okay. IABC. IABC. Okay.
Okay.
So here just I will write simple method like this. Void ABC. Okay. Like this. Okay. Now will it be possible to write this? IABC is equal to, can I write like this?
Why it is not coming? Go up. IBABC. How it is declared? Uh,
IABC.
because it is not a part of class which we have declared in line number 32.
Ah, because it is giving error. What error it is giving?
Okay,
See,
you can.
interface IABC explit convert exist. Are you missing any cast? So what is this cals I interface session? Because IABC is not a part of this inheritance process. It is not a base to this class.
Hmm. Okay.
Class is, it is not a base to this class. If you add it IABC, now IABC become a base to that class. So I'm implementing. Okay. Now this is implemented. Okay. Now come down. See, now you can do that. Got
Okay.
it? That is called a base reference is pointing to a derived class object while you are creating. So there should be a base. This IABC should be a base to this class. Okay.
Okay.
If you come here, class, so IABC is a base. All these four interface acts as a base to this class. Okay.
Okay.
Base interface or base reference. We generally call it as base reference. Now you see what is there? ABC I can access. See, ABC is a method.
Okay.
Clear? This type of object creation is nothing but your loosely coupled manner. And what is the advantage of creating a loosely coupled? Everything I will show you with one example tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay? You have any doubts in this?
No. Nothing.
No. So tomorrow I will give you more clarity, okay,
Okay.
and how it works. What is the advantage of interface? You will get a more clarity tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Yeah. We'll meet tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See you.